Please consider subscribing if you enjoy this special Halloween video. And also, this video will contain spoilers for Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. Fear. Everyone fears something. Whether it's the dark, or great heights, or the open ocean. What's the first thing that you think of when you hear the word fear? I'm sure that some of you thought of a person or an animal, maybe even a character from a video game or a movie. There are certainly many characters in movies and video games that could be described as frightening. Characters who scare you with their appearance or possibly their actions. But just beyond that lies something worse. Characters who provide an experience that we are all familiar with. Everyone has that character who gives them chills when they hear their name. The character whose name gets mentioned and the entire atmosphere of the room changes to something that can only be described as evil. For some people, it's a highly fictionalized character like Pyramid Head from Silent Hill. For others, it's someone more realistic to our world like Pagan Min from Far Cry 4. And for me, it's Clockwerk. Clockwerk is from the Sly Cooper series, which follows the story of Sly Cooper and his friends during their adventures of being master thieves. The series is downright incredible and is without a doubt my favorite game series ever. The first game in the series follows Sly and his pals as they attempt to recover the pages of Sly's famous family guide to thievery, known as the Thievius Raccoonus, from the main villains of the game, the Fiendish Five. Sly has vivid memories of his parents being murdered right in front of him as the group ripped the book into 5 separate pieces and then scattered themselves across the globe. The game is so much fun and I highly recommend it if you have not played it before. The game was exceedingly original when it came out and the extremely vibrant cast of characters and locations did nothing but elevate the game. The game is relatively simplistic at its core though. It's in a sort of episodic style format with each new world that you visit having a super awesome name and cutscene right before you get into the level. Each main level would have a number of smaller levels within for you to complete before making your way to the boss, who would be whichever member of the Fiendish Five you were on. The game is not very long and you can actually beat the game in a single day even if you 100% it. The game is not anything that I would consider crazy or outrageous. I would honestly say that the game was definitely deserving of its ESRB rating. And then there's Clockwerk's level. Titled The Cold Heart of Hate, it takes place in an active volcano in Russia and plays almost completely differently from the entire game up to that point. All the other levels in the game were open world style where you could go about playing the level in whatever way you wanted. The Cold Heart of Hate is completely opposite. It's linear all the way through. It does a good job of testing you as you play through it by confronting you with challenges that require you to use all the knowledge you have gained up to this point. But as you get deeper into the level, you begin to realize who Clockwerk is. At earlier points in the game, whenever you would beat a member of the Fiendish Five and reclaim a portion of the Thievius Raccoonus, this would allow Sly to learn a new Master Thief move to use in the next episode. In the intro cutscene for that episode, Sly would go over the next member of the Fiendish Five and the move of the ancestor that he had just retrieved in the last boss fight. If you pay close attention, then you can see a shadowy winged figure in the background of each of the ancestors' photos. You can piece together pretty quickly who that is before the end, but here's the thing that makes Clockwerk himself so terrifying to me. Sly's family book goes back thousands of years. The oldest ancestor that we learn about in the first game is his Egyptian ancestor, Slyton Common. In that picture, we can see the winged figure. That is Clockwerk. That's not one of his ancestors. That's not another random owl who just happened to get caught in the picture. That is the same Clockwerk that we meet as the final boss of the game, with the huge difference being that we learn he has replaced his entire body with machinery in order to live forever, in order to fulfill his single goal of destroying the Cooper clan. This is the part that always gets me, and this was when I realized why the episode is called The Cold Heart of Hate. Clockwerk's motivation for killing Sly's parents and stealing the family book is that he hates the Cooper line and he wants revenge against them. We don't know exactly what happened to Clockwerk that made him hate the Coopers so much, but he tells Sly that, quote, "Revenge is the prime ingredient in the fountain of youth," unquote. And it just feels like it's one crazy thing after another with him. Clockwerk wants revenge so badly that he found a way to make himself immortal so that he could be the one to destroy the Coopers himself. He tells Sly that the only reason why he left him alive that night was so that he could show the world that the Coopers are worthless without their precious book. Clockwerk falls into the category of villain that I would label as mysterious/beyond. Clockwerk is the kind of villain who gets mentioned and all of the air in the room rushes out. We know almost nothing about him. We don't know where he comes from. We don't know what his real name is. We don't have any background information about him, and that's why he's my favorite villain in a video game. It's no secret that I'm a huge fan of the Lovecraft mythos, and one of the biggest things for me when it comes to the Lovecraft mythos is how all of the great old ones are so far beyond human comprehension that just looking at one with your own eyes is enough to drive you completely insane. And that is the type of scared that I love to be, and that is the same sort of feeling that I get with Clockwerk. Leave a comment telling me what video game villain makes you feel this way, and have a spooky Halloween. If you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe to the channel and leave a like on this video so that the algorithm will suggest it to other people. If you wish to show even further support, then please join the Discord, subscribe to the Patreon, and check out my online clothing store, cosmicbaboon.com. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, bye!